Well, hello there, friend. Have you ever found yourself feeling a bit unsteady on your feet lately? Maybe you've noticed your legs aren't as strong as they used to be, like they're just a little off. You're not alone. In fact, a lot of us over 60 start to wonder why our legs don't have the same pep they once did. And here's the thing. Sometimes the answer isn't just about aging. It could be hiding in something you'd never expect, like the vitamins you're taking. Now, I know what you're thinking. Vitamins? Aren't those supposed to help me? And you're right. Most of them do. But here's the catch. Some vitamins, when taken in the wrong amounts, can actually weaken your legs over time. Today, we're going to talk about two of the biggest culprits. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll know exactly what to watch out for. Let's start with the first vitamin on our list. One you've probably heard praised for its benefits, but might be causing trouble if you're getting too much of it. I'm talking about vitamin A. Now, vitamin A is essential for things like vision, immunity, and healthy skin. But here's the problem. As we get older, our bodies don't process it the same way. Too much vitamin A, especially from supplements, can build up in your system. And when that happens, it can lead to something called hypervitaminosis A. Sounds complicated, I know, but stick with me. This buildup can weaken your bones and muscles, including those legs of yours. Now, you might be thinking, I don't take vitamin A supplements. I just eat my veggies. And that's great. Foods like carrots, sweet potatoes, and spinach are fantastic sources. But here's the kicker. Most of us get plenty of vitamin A from our diets alone. The real danger comes when we double up, taking a multivitamin and eating those nutrient-rich foods and maybe even adding a separate vitamin A supplement. Over time, that excess can quietly take a toll. Let me tell you about my neighbor, Margaret. She's 72, active, and always on the go. But last year, she started feeling this strange weakness in her legs, like she couldn't trust them going up the stairs. Turns out she'd been taking a high-dose vitamin A supplement for years, thinking it was helping her eyesight. Her doctor did some tests and discovered her levels were through the roof. Once she cut back, those legs of hers came back to life. Now, I'm not saying you should avoid vitamin A altogether. Our bodies need it. But balance is key. Here's what you can do. First, check your supplements. If you're taking a standalone vitamin A pill, ask your doctor if you really need it. Second, focus on getting vitamin A from food. It's harder to overdo it that way. And third, if you're taking a multivitamin, make sure it doesn't push you over the daily limit. For most of us over 60, 700 to 900 micrograms a day is plenty. Small tweaks, right? But these changes can make a world of difference. Now, let's talk about the second vitamin that might be sneaking into your routine and causing similar trouble. This one's a bit of a surprise. It's a vitamin often touted for its antioxidant powers, something we're all told to load up on. But when taken in excess, it can do more harm than good, especially for your muscles. In fact, studies have linked too much of it to leg weakness and even mobility issues in older adults. Can you guess what it is? We'll dive into that and exactly how to stay on the right side of this vitamin right after this quick break. But before we go on, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever noticed changes in your strength after starting a new vitamin? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. Welcome back. Now, before we took a quick pause, I mentioned there's a second vitamin that might be quietly affecting your leg strength. And this one's a real head scratcher because we've all been told it's a hero for our health. Let me introduce you to vitamin E. Vitamin E's got a stellar reputation, doesn't it? It's famous for fighting inflammation, protecting your cells, and even keeping your skin glowing. But here's the twist. While it's doing all that good work, too much of it, especially from supplements, can actually backfire. Studies show that high doses over time can interfere with muscle repair and even lead to weakness, especially in your legs. And for those of us over 60, that's a risk we can't afford to ignore. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine your muscles are like a well-oiled machine. Vitamin E's job is to keep the rust away, but if you flood that machine with too much oil, suddenly the gears get sluggish. That's what happens when we overdo vitamin E. It starts to act less like a protector and more like a roadblock, slowing down the processes that keep your legs strong and steady. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Just like with vitamin A, the problem isn't the vitamin itself, it's the amount. Most of us get plenty of vitamin E from foods like nuts, seeds, and spinach. But if you're popping a daily vitamin E supplement on top of that, you could be sailing way over the recommended limit. And guess what? Our kidneys and liver don't process excess vitamins as efficiently as they did in our 40s or 50s. That buildup could sneak up on you. My cousin Frank learned this the hard way. He's 68, a real go-getter, walks 3 miles every morning, tends his garden, you name it. But last winter, he started feeling this odd fatigue in his legs, like he was dragging weights around. Turns out, he'd been taking a 400 IU vitamin E supplement for years, thinking it was helping his heart. His doctor ran tests and found his levels were sky high. Once he switched to getting vitamin E from foods alone, those walks got easier and his strength came creeping back. Now, I'm not saying vitamin E is the enemy. Far from it. But moderation is your best friend here. For most folks over 60, 15 milligrams a day, about 22 IU, is all you need. And guess what? A handful of almonds or a spoonful of sunflower seeds gets you there without the risks of overdoing it. So, if you're taking a separate vitamin E supplement, it's time to have a chat with your doctor. Ask them, do I really need this? You might be surprised by the answer. And here's another wrinkle. Vitamin E can interact with medications. If you're on blood thinners, for example, too much vitamin E can increase your risk of bleeding. That's why it's so important to loop your healthcare team into every supplement you're taking. Yes, even the natural ones. They'll help you strike that perfect balance. Now, let's tie this all together. Both vitamin A and vitamin E are essential, no doubt about it. But when we're over 60, our bodies are like finely tuned instruments. A little extra care goes a long way. So, here's your action plan. First, raid your supplement cabinet. Check those labels for vitamin A and E doses. Second, book a quick check-in with your doctor to review what you're taking. And third, lean into whole foods. Mother Nature's pretty smart. She packages vitamins in ways our bodies know how to handle. Remember, friend, this isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. Knowledge is power, and now you got the tools to protect those legs of yours. But before we wrap up, I've got one last thing to share, a simple habit that can boost your leg strength starting today. It's something you can do right in your living room. No fancy equipment needed. We'll get to that in just a moment. But first, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever adjusted your vitamins and noticed a change in how you feel? Share your story in the comments. It might inspire someone else to take charge of their health, too. We've talked about the vitamins that might be quietly affecting your leg strength, vitamins A and E, and how balancing them can make a world of difference. But here's the good news. You're not just stuck avoiding things. Today, we're going to focus on what you can add to your routine to build stronger, steadier legs. And I promise, it's easier than you think. Let's talk about chair exercises. Now, before you roll your eyes, hear me out. These aren't just easy workouts. They're smart ones. As we age, staying active is crucial, but it's also about being kind to our joints and muscles. Chair exercises let you build strength safely right at home. And the best part? You don't need any fancy equipment, just that trusty chair of yours. Try this. Sit tall, hold the sides of your chair, and slowly extend one leg straight out. Hold it for a count of 3, then lower it. Do 10 reps on each side. This strengthens your quadriceps, the muscles that power your steps. And if you're feeling adventurous, add ankle weights. But even without them, consistency is key. My friend Clara, who's 75, does these every morning while she waits for her coffee to brew. She says it's made her feel 20 years younger on her daily walks. Now, let's talk about balance. Strong legs aren't just about muscle. They're about stability. Try this. Hold the back of your chair, lift one heel off the ground, and balance on your toes for 5 seconds. Switch feet. It's like giving your legs a wake-up call. Do this while brushing your teeth or waiting for the microwave. It takes seconds, but over time, it builds confidence in every step you take. Here's the thing. Movement is medicine. Pair these exercises with the changes we discussed earlier, keeping those vitamins in check, and you've got a powerhouse combo. But remember, progress isn't about perfection. Miss a day? That's okay. Start again tomorrow. Your legs will thank you for any effort you give them. Let's circle back. Too much vitamin A or E can weaken your legs over time, but knowledge is your shield. Check your supplements, chat with your doctor, and let whole foods be your foundation. Then, add these simple exercises to your day. Together, these steps aren't just about avoiding weakness. They're about embracing strength. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you tried chair exercises? Noticed a difference after adjusting your vitamins? Share your story in the comments. You never know who you might inspire. And if you found this helpful, do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's free, and it lets me keep creating content that helps you live your best life after 60. Before I go, here's my challenge to you. Pick one thing from this series, whether it's reviewing your supplements, trying a chair exercise, or sharing this video with a friend, and do it today. Small steps lead to big changes. And remember, age is just a number, but vitality, that's a choice. Here's to strong legs, clear skies, and living every day with joy.